How to use your change duct size at transition option. Practicad gives you the ability to make sure an edit will either carry up to a transition and stop or carry through the transition to the fittings afterwards. For example, if we double click on this fitting in the beginning of the duct line and take a look at the arrow, which is currently pointed to the right, indicating that we're going to edit in that direction, you can see here that the width in is 36. Notice that the fitting after the transition has width in as 28. We're now going to take the width in here and we're going to change it to 42 and hit enter. Notice that Practicad only changes duct line forward all the way up to the transition. However, if we would like as a preference for that edit to carry through the transition, we must change our options in the ductwork options button. To access that, we have to go into library icon inside our Practicad ribbon or Express toolbar. On the left hand side, we're going to see the ductwork options. We must click on the word ductwork and the options will open. Here you can see we have keep duct size at transition. It's currently unchecked. Once again, that means that if we make a change, the change will carry up to the transition but not through it. For this tutorial, we're now going to click and check this option, keep duct size at transition. We're going to hit the save key and then exit out of my library. Now what we're going to do is double click on the fitting in the beginning of the duct line and we're going to make the change again. This time we're going to take the width in and make it 36 and we're going to hit enter. Notice when we do that Practicad has not only made the change up to the transition, but it's carried through the transition, so the fittings afterwards are also 36. So this option will allow you to carry changes up to transition or through the transition, whichever you prefer. Now this function serves a dual purpose in Practicad. It also takes part in a role whenever you're going to input a new fitting on continue. For example, currently we have a piece of duct that is 24 by 18. We're going to go to the fitting bin and we're going to grab a finish length transition. And notice that I happen to be on continue and that it snapped the transition to the piece of rectangular duct and not only resized the parameters for width in and depth in to match the duct it was snapped to, but it took the width out and depth out parameters and made sure they match as well. So what it does is it makes sure that the width out and depth out parameters match the width in and depth in whenever you're on continue. If you remove this option, Practicad will only change the width in and depth in to match whatever you're snapping to. To demonstrate that, we're going to go into the library icon, ductwork options, and then we're going to go down to the keep duct size at transition and we're going to uncheck it. We're going to hit the save key and exit out once again. And now what we're going to do is grab the same transition out of our fitting bin. And now we're on continue. You can see that it has changed the width in and depth in to match what we're attaching to, but it has not adjusted the width out and depth out. So it serves two functions: making sure the width out and depth out match width in and depth in on continue, and making sure that the change will carry up or through the nearest transition. That'll conclude the tutorial on change duct to transition.